Right, we're having a look at Autodesk Inventor in this tutorial and the basic settings and things you need to have a look at to get started. The 2D sketch panel over here has all of the things that we can draw. So we can draw a line, a circle, arcs, a rectangle, etc. And underneath each little arrow here there will be other options. And we'll have a look at those maybe a bit later on, but wherever you see a little arrow there are other options, and that panel goes down here to dimensions, to handy little things like trim, to text, and all sorts of things there. We're going to have a look at some of those things. We might just draw a cube first of all, just to make it easy. So we're going to start with a rectangle. Come over here, you can see that there is a little yellow dot. If I click, drag, and click again, I will draw a rectangle. Now if we want to draw a cube, we have to change some sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and go to General Dimension. Click on that, come over here, and when I go over the line it turns red. Click, drag out, click again, and a box comes up and I can put in my size. At the moment it's 10.5 millimeters. Okay, so we might change that to 80. Click OK, or click the tick, and we'll do the same on this one. So we click on that line, come down here, click again, type in 80, and either click that green tick, or you could actually hit your enter button on your keyboard. Same thing will happen. Right, we can only see part of that there, so what we need to do is move it, make it smaller on the screen. If I use my scroll wheel on the mouse, if I move the scroll wheel one way, it makes it larger. If I move the scroll wheel another way, it makes it smaller. If I double click the scroll wheel, not one of the mouse buttons but the scroll wheel, it will zoom it up to fit it as big as it possible on the page or on the screen. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller now, and I'm going to come over here to this thing here that says front. Up here we've got a little house. It's a home button. If I click on the home button, it turns it so that it's on an angle. That's an isometric view. When I move that now, you can see that I can make it smaller and bigger once again. To make this a 3D shape now, I've finished with the sketch, so I hit the return button up on the top there, come down here to extrude. The profile, because there's only one profile there, it's already picked the profile. The default for some reason is 10 millimeters, but we want to change that to 80 millimeters. Click on that, and now we've got a cube. At any time I can move this around to any of the faces by simply moving on one of these arrows. At any time also I can go back to home like that. Well, that's the start of how to draw an ordinary shape. It'd be a good idea to have a bit of a go at drawing a cube, have a go at putting dimensions on, and have a go at moving that around.